Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom. I have just witnessed West Brom 3, Birmingham 2. Welcome back from the international break, and true to championship form, the first game is 3-2 all over the place. That is why we love the championship. That is the 6th 3-2 I have seen this season. Incredible stuff. So a bit of context going into this. West Brom, their third game under caretaker boss James Shan after the firing of Darren Moore, which caused outrage to some people in the media. But for those of us watching the championship, we know West Brom have been pretty incoherent across the season, so not much of a surprise to those who have actually been watching. And Birmingham in the international break deducted 9 points down to 41 points. 4 straight defeats going into this game, and this is a run of 3 games against 4th, 3rd and 2nd. So they now have Leeds and Sheffield United to come. So interesting times for both. Here's how the teams line up. West Brom, Johnston in goal, Holgate, Dawson, Higazi, Townsend across the back. It looked like a sort of 4-4-1-1 that kind of turned into a 4-2-3-1 with and without the ball. So Morrison was off to the right, Livermore, Brunt in the centre. Young Edwards, first time I've seen him down the left. Rodriguez was a little bit withdrawn, and Gale seemed to be the furthest forward. Presumably they're trying to counteract that strong low block of Birmingham and just drop one back a little bit further rather than losing 2 guys up front. Birmingham 4-4-2. We know what to expect from Birmingham. Camping goal, Colin, Dean, Morrison, Pedersen across the back. Mahoney in ahead of Hotter, Gary Gardner, sorry I should say, and Davis centre midfield. Magoma left, Adams and Jutkovic. Birmingham obviously a team with a regular pattern of play. West Brom still trying to find theirs. Game starts, and in the 4th minute we get the kind of key battle of the first half, which is going to be Mahoney versus Townsend down the right-hand Birmingham attacking side, the left-hand defending West Brom side. And Mahoney goes down the right on 4 minutes. He's into the box, and they're so eager to show him inside onto his left foot. He's kind of an inverted winger. That it opens up for him. He goes down the line, puts the cross in, and it's kind of spooned out by Johnston for a corner. Mahoney takes the first corner. Dean gets free on the back post. West Brom not looking good defending this. He volleys it and it deflects out. Mahoney, off he goes over to the other side. The Birmingham lefty now curls this one in, and Dean again on the near post gets a touch and deflected. They're first to all of these corners. Third one, they have been warned, and would you believe it, a goal straight away here, 6th minute, after the warnings, after the 2 corners. Mahoney swings the third one. It's an outswinger. Gardner's unmarked. I suppose you're looking after Morrison and Dean and Jutkovic, the big guys. Into the middle of the goal, Gary Gardner heads it into the net. Poor from West Brom. They had a couple of warnings, could not cope with the Birmingham set plays, and good character from the Blues. They are not slumping over the 9-point deduction. They are straight off and in to the lead. First 15 minutes plays out. The Albion front 6 can't get their shape. They seem to have been instructed they want 2 banks of 4 without the ball, and then I suppose Morrison and Edwards are supposed to be getting forward with it. And Rodriguez doesn't know where he's going. Not coherent at all. Birmingham far the better side. On 22, Adams holds off Higazi, slides it laterally to Davis, snatches at this shot from the D, puts it over. On 23, first bit of West Brom play, Gale slides it through. Townsend's got forward from left back. Dean, they're quite good at this, Birmingham. When they do break the lines, they're quite eager to just make a foul, take a free kick. The old dark arts, but it is what it is. Dangerous free kick, Gale into the wall, off out for A corner on 26 is a big boot into the channel. Gale, beautiful takedown here and nearly finds the cross. Baggies starting to get some kind of foothold in the game after Birmingham really dominated the first quarter of this game up to 22, 23 minutes. 28, Magoma give and go with Jutkovic. Dawson smashes Jutkovic from behind, but the referee holds out his arms and lets it go. Magoma goes into the box, but I guess his big target man's not making the run because he's lying on the floor. Doesn't use the ball well, has a bad touch. Ref pulls that back, and it's a yellow for Dawson. Not good from Magoma there. The key battle, it keeps becoming, I said it on minute 4, it's Mahoney and Townsend. I think Mahoney has just about got the better of this on 33 though. Good chance here, Jutkovic. Magoma's come in off the left. We saw this earlier in the season when Hotter and Magoma would come and join in, try and find that 10 position. Magoma finds it, slides it through for Adams. He's in behind, he's on the left foot. He normally smashes these into the goal. Looks like he tries something a bit cleverer. Johnston's out and makes the save. Good play by Birmingham, looking to extend their lead, and you know, you wouldn't say they didn't deserve it at this point. 37, bit of a flurry here from West Brom. Gale can't quite connect with the corner. I think Dawson puts it back in, bit of an air shot from Edwards. Then lovely cross from Brunt. First indication of his quality with the left foot. He's still got that, and headed behind at the back post. Rodriguez, he is tightly marked though. 40. Mahoney again down the right. Now, this time they get it right. Colin gets the overlap. This is the plan. So now Townsend can't show him on the outside. In he comes, curls it in. Jutkovic, middle of the goal, wins the header. There's not much to win. He's in space, gets a good, powerful header on that. And it is straight at Johnston from the middle of the goal. I don't know, about 8 yards out. I think the cross needed a bit more pace, and Jutkovic could have done more with that. We know he's one of the best in the league in the air. So chances for Blues. 42, Baggies got men forward here. It's bobbling around. They're not creating good chances here. There's no clear sight of goal, and good defending really from Birmingham, and the final effort's deflected wide. 44, superb hold and feed here from Jutkovic. There is room in 2019 for this type of forward. He's so good at it as well, and Monk plays to his strength. Mahoney into the box again, similar to Magoma. Hagazi, who's a good defender, makes the last-ditch tackle, but in good positions, and we get to stoppage time, and the Baggies get the best chance of the half from a corner. Brunt again, quality with the left foot from Brunt into the near post. Gale almost is too energised here. He runs too fast and leaps at this. He's on the near post, just needs a little touch. Has he got that in his locker? Not when he charges at it like that. Heads it over from close in. Should do better with that. So half time, really, I've got lots of good things to say about Birmingham and not a lot good to say about West Brom at all. Blues are a team, they've been working like this all season. Low block, they get the wide players one-on-one, and the forwards one-on-one is quite direct, but you know, this is a good team, Birmingham, in respects of they all know what they're doing. It's very, very settled, and complete contrast to West Brom. Really, they got the early goal. Mahoney seems to be winning the battle with Townsend down that right-hand side, and then other chances, Adams getting played in, and Jutkovic with that header, and those two good moments, the wide men getting into the box, not using the ball well. West Brom looked a bit of a mess. It looked like they were trying to match up the flat fours in midfield when they didn't have the ball. Edwards seemed to show good heart, and the Baggies fans were behind him, obviously, because he's a young guy, but really not a good half by West Brom at all. And we've said this throughout the season. Where's the pattern of play for West Brom? Where is the strategy? We know a lot of good players, a lot of nice salaries being paid, 4th in the league, but didn't look coherent at all in the first half. But we come out for the second half, and despite all I have said, Birmingham's first half work is going to get undone in the first minute of the second half. First of all, I must say, Robson Kanu comes in for Morrison. Morrison, I don't think he knew whether he was coming or going in the first half. Was he supposed to be forward? I think he naturally was trying to tuck in. Got a bit lost out there on the right, and Sean takes him off. Pedersen takes a yellow for a pull on Holgate, who overlapped and got beyond him. And we have a free kick, and we're going to see the left foot of Chris Brunt now become very, very key in this half. It's on the right-hand side. Up he steps, and the complaint I had about Dwight Gale charging at the corner from Brunt, you know, only a minute in play ago, but just before half time, well, he nails this one, Gale, because it's a brilliant cross from Brunt. It's a sort of 2-3 step run up. He curls it in absolutely beautifully, the right amount of bend, the right amount of pace, and this time Gale gets into the right position, as we know he can, and it's actually a really good header because he doesn't need to do hardly anything with it. It's the slightest touch, but it's the perfect touch because it goes right into the far corner. Camp doesn't know what trajectory he's going to get until the last minute. And like I said, all of that good work from Birmingham, much the better side in the first half, undone by a pullback by Pedersen and a set play within 1 minute of the second half. You would be fuming if you were Gary Monk or a Blues fan. On we go, 50th minute, Pedersen down the line off a throw-in. They don't pick him up at all here. Crosses left-footed. Jutkovic, he bullies the defender, wins the header, but safely wide. 55. Baggies doing a little bit better now, but they're matching up Birmingham. They're playing quite direct now. It's going from front to back. It looks more a 4-2-3-1 now, with Robson Kanu pushing on a bit more than Morrison did, and they're not getting hemmed back by, you know, it's just a bit of a battle of wills. Both sides trying to push forward early, and they're not getting hemmed back now like Birmingham managed to do for them in the first half. But 57, Blues down the right again. Higazi goes down injured in the attack. Mahoney then pulls away, gets into the box. They've flooded the box, but they don't split apart into different directions, and Mahoney can't find the final ball. It is cleared out for a corner. We look over one more time. Higazi is sat on his backside on halfway getting treatment. He's off the pitch. The ref has no call to stop the game. So West Brom are going to defend this corner without their best header of a ball, their best defender. Higazi sat over on the side. We know Mahoney's got good delivery. He's already got one assist. He steps up from the right-hand side, curls it in. Jutkovic climbs, heads it to the back post. And the 10 defenders of West Brom cannot hold the corner. The second set play corner goal for Blues in this game. And they are back into the lead. Jutkovic heads it into the net. West Brom will feel a little bit hard done to because their best defender is off the pitch, sat on the sidelines. But hey, a bit of tough luck, and it is what it is. There's nothing in the rules to say that the ref stops the game when the guy's off the pitch receiving treatment already. So the Blues 2-1 up, and I did feel a little bit that they were hard done by when Baggies scored immediately, you know, after dominating that first half. So maybe parity restored given the whole 58 minutes we've played thus far. But they don't want to win this, do they, Birmingham? Because 5 minutes later, and it's a penalty to West Brom. And that key battle I was talking about, Mahoney versus Townsend, the one time in this game that Townsend gets past Mahoney, or I mean, he was pulled by in the first half, excuse me, by, was it Morrison? I don't quite remember. No, I don't quite remember. But I mentioned it for that yellow card. Well, he runs past Mahoney this time, and Mahoney takes him down right on the edge of the box. I've got to plead the fifth on this. I'm sat in the stand on halfway. No way I can tell. But ref says inside the box, and it's a penalty. And no sooner had they got themselves back in front, 5 minutes later, penalty to West Brom. Little bit of skullduggery, trying to delay the kick, and in Rodriguez here, but he steps up. He kind of feigns that he's going to go back across his body and side foots it into the corner. And 3 goals in this second half, 2-2. No open play goals, and it's quite the game it's turning into. 67, Brunt loads in another free kick here. Loose to Rodriguez, cuts back to Gale. He's inside the penalty box. First time on the left foot, doesn't hit the target. He's a goal machine. at this level should hit the target there, but over it goes. 69. Blues corner. We know these are dangerous. Cleared this time. The first ball back in by Pedersen. Mahoney 1 versus 1 with Gale. Gale dives in. Typical awful striker's tackle here. Mahoney goes right round him. Has he got the composure? No. He tries a sort of Mo Salah curler to the top corner and over it goes. 71. Murphy in for Edwards, and 2 minutes later, West Brom, for the first time in the game, have the lead, and it is quite the hit by Jake Livermore here. And they play long again, the Baggies. This is not total football. This is Craig Dawson. Big boot down into the channel. Gale does really well. He runs the channel. He works the defender, holds it up, chips it into the box. They're back on their heels because it's a floaty cross. They get underneath the ball, I think, a little bit. Dean heads it back. I think it's Davis possibly on the edge of the box. He doesn't quite know what to do with it. It goes past him. Livermore's in the D, arriving first time with the right foot, and he absolutely leathers it on the half volley, smashes it. The ball stays low. Camp is in a good position, but it goes so fast at him that I think he gets fingers on it, but it's such a true hit that it flies through into the net. And the Baggies have the lead 3-2. Livermore doesn't celebrate. When I last saw, or no, 2 Baggies games ago that I saw at QPR, they won 3-2. Livermore scored at the end, didn't celebrate that one either, but it's a hell of a hit, and it is 3-2. Attacking substitution, go a little bit longer, and they've got 3 goals in the second half. Goodness me. They just keep doing it, don't they, the Baggies? Craig Gardner comes in on 77, so we get the all Gardner brothers centre midfield. 78, Brunt curls in another dangerous free kick. Their main attacking ploy was Chris Brunt's left foot, I've got to say, in this second half. It's just blocked out from Rodriguez for the corner. 79, Higazi fudges the clearance a bit here. Jukovic spins and volleys way over the top. 80, Adams long ranger. Birmingham getting further from the goal now. It's popped their balloon, that third goal. Vassell comes in for Adams on 81. Hotter in for Magoma also. Straight swaps really, those two. Craig Gardner, well, he lasts 6 minutes before he goes right through Robson Kanu. Yellow card there. And we get up to the 90th minute mark. 6 minutes stoppage time. I guess we'd had a load of goals, a load of subs and a penalty. On 93, we lose most of this stoppage time. This might be very clever from Chris Brunt. Higazi does his, I'm going to clear everybody out, including my own team, bashes into Brunt. Brunt goes down holding his head and gives a big stoppage whilst Birmingham had men forward as well. So if that was a little bit of gamesmanship, that was very clever by Chris Brunt. 94, Sean throws Bartley in as an extra centre-half for Rodriguez. He's going to play one up front, knowing that Blues are going to play quite long. So, pretty smart move there to see the game out. 95 lobbed in by Pedersen, headed on. Vassell misses his kick, kind of caught a chance. But what I'm saying is Blues didn't create a lot here. Brunt smashes Gary Gardner on 97 now. Obviously, stoppage time in the stoppage time added for that Higazi business with Brunt. And the last chance goes Beggin, and West Brom get the win. You can see the narrative of this game yet again. West Brom bailed out by kind of individual quality, no you know, strategy and coherent performance through the game, but they get the win. Sean gets his 3rd straight win. They consolidate 4th position. No one's going to catch them in 4th position. They're way ahead of Borough, who are kind of regressing, and Villa, who are a bit on the up. So it looks like West Brom are pretty much guaranteed 4th. But I just still think that their good players are bailing them out here. There's a lot of quality in that team, and you just wonder when you see the top 3 play, Sheffield United, Norwich and Leeds, they're so much more coherent, and it's so much better drilled. I mean, even Birmingham are way better drilled than West Brom. You know what you're seeing, and you know what they've been worked on, but who won the game? And really, like I say, 1-0 down at half-time, West Brom. Quality Brunt free kick. little bit of a mistake from Mahoney for the penalty, and then a bit of quality from Livermore to smash that goal in. Really, in the second half, they played the channels, they played quite long, played the set plays, and they've got the win, and they still keep in there. If you're a West Brom fan, I'd be really interested to know what happens if you come up. There's going to be a very good team finish outside the top 2 this season. What happens if you get them in the playoffs? The likelihood is if West Brom finish 4th, they're not going to get one of Norwich, Sheffield United or Leeds in the semi-final. So they could do this. They could get the good side. Depends how Villa go the last games, because that could be another good side. If they can get into 5th, that could be more difficult. But West Brom could frankly get through to the playoff final, and their players could get them promoted in that one-off game against, you know, the biggest challenge they're going to get against whoever drops into 3rd, assuming they get through the final. So really fascinating season for West Brom, because I don't see a pattern, but they're 4th in the league, and that's a 3rd straight win, preparing presumably for the playoffs. They could do it. West Brom fans, if you're watching, let me know in the comments what you think. Can they get something together for before the playoffs, or can they even go on some kind of unlikely run and challenge the top 3? Who knows? Stranger things have happened in the Championship. 7 games to go. Now, Blues coming back from that 9-point deduction. Really hard run of games for them. I thought they showed really good character. I thought they played really well in the first half and kind of fudged this game, really, Blues. Couldn't defend a set play at the start of the second half. Give away a penalty, and then that long ranger. Should have got something from this game, Blues, today. But West Brom went a bit more direct and did them in the second half, frankly. I suppose Blues fans will be worried because that's 5 straight defeats and 2 difficult games coming up now. But Birmingham are far better than the sides in the bottom 6. I've seen everybody this season. 4 of Birmingham's last 5 games are against those bottom 6 sides. So I think they just need to get through these next 2 games, and they'll start accumulating points and stabilise a little bit, and presumably look to next season when they don't have a points deduction. But will they have Che Adams still? He may be off in the summer. Who knows? Great to be back. Let me know what you think in the comments. Blues fan, West Brom fan of anybody. Talk to me about the playoffs, West Brom's chances, and Blues stabilising as they seem to be dropping down the table. I'm not going to be at a game tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, so nothing on the channel. Then I'll be back with the main Championship review Sunday or maybe Monday night. We'll figure that out as the weekend goes on. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Hit subscribe on the channel. Loads of content. Spoke to Jay, the Blades Analytic. Great podcast today on stats. And we've got loads of stuff on the channel about the top 2, the top 6 and the relegation battle. It's been great over the international period. But I'm happy to be back at games. And of course, it was another 3-2 today. Thank you for watching as we go into the mad last sprint up until the 6th of May. See you soon.